I'm James Walker, and this is Real Talk, Real People. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us again this week. Our guest today, we introduced you to about a year and a half ago when he became, at age 24, the youngest commissioner in Hamden. They just don't appoint young men at age 24 to become commissioners, but they did that because of the work that he was doing in the community. Well, fast forward a year and a half later, and he has a big award coming his way. He has been given the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award, and he's going to be honored on August 28th here in Connecticut. Let's get Daniel Hunt, age 25, on the show and hear what he has done to earn this Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award at such a young age. So I understand that you have some exciting news for us. So why don't you share that news with us? First of all, for those who don't know you, you're Daniel Hunt, Commissioner Daniel Hunt. Tell us a little bit
Yeah.
about that first, because that's what we were talking about the last time you were on here. So kind of update us a little bit and then tell us why you're on the show today.
Yeah, so thanks for having me once again. I appreciate the opportunity. Last time I was on, I was appointed as the youngest commissioner in the town of Hamden, at the age of 24 years old. Now I'm 25, and I've been continuing the work that I've been doing in Hamden. I was appointed by then Mayor Kurt Balzano Lang, who was the previous mayor in Hamden, and
Mm-hmm.
he appointed me and then got sworn in, and now I oversee the Youth Services Bureau in the town of Hamden, working with Sue Rubino and her staff.
Okay, and what exactly do you do?
So I meet with the town department heads, Susan Rubino. We talk about, ideas that they have for the youth, what programs that they're doing, and, staffing wise, how they can, implement more with the staff that they have, and how can they grow the department.
Okay, now let's share some exciting news for you that's coming up at the end of this month. I believe it's August 28th. You're going to be
Yes,
receiving a huge honor. So why don't you talk to us about that honor? What is it that you're
yes.
going to be receiving?
So I will be receiving a Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award by the Heart Bible International University on August 28th. That is a Sunday from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m.
And exactly why are you receiving this award? Because it is a very high honor. I see you're on a flyer with the vice president and president, so it is truly a high honor. So, what is it? Why did they select you to receive this honor?
So I was selected by Lieutenant Samad Rankins, who is a firefighter in New Haven, as well as a fire commissioner in the town of Hampton. He saw the work that I've been doing in New Haven and Hampton, and he wanted to select me to be one of the recipients and get the honor. So I received a call when I was leaving work one day from a lady, Dr. McIntosh, and she said, "Are you Commissioner Daniel Hunt?" I said, "Yes, I am." She said, "Well, you're one of the recipients for the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award." And I was very, very excited.
And how is your family taking this news?
They are ecstatic about it.
And I think the good thing about this is because with so much we're in the news, black people, particularly black men, are in the news so much for things that, let's just say, you don't want to be in the news for, and it tends to overshadow the achievements that other young people like you are achieving. So
Mm.
what does this mean to you in terms of how it can help other black men?
It how it can help is by me leading the example. I think it's important for leaders who are doing well to be the example for other young men that are, not in the same way that I am.
Right. But also, you have a lot, you are involved in programs that help young kids. It
Yes.
is important for young kids to look up to others like them and see the good that they're doing. So, how do you take this and expand it so that these young people can look up to you and say, hey, one day I can do that? How do you take what you've done and pass it along?
Ooh, that's a tough question.
It is a tough question, but you're a commissioner.
um, I'm not sure.
Do you think it has something to do with positive attitude, the way you work with other people, the way you help with other people? Because that's what you're getting this presidential award for, because you have reached out, the work that you're doing helps other people. So I would think that that is very, very important to the young people that you are working with, because you can show that and say, hey, look, you can do this too. So that's why I'm asking you, how do you pass this on? How do you pass that positivity on?
Is like I said, it's like by leading by example. I work with young people all over New Haven and Hamden. I'm a mentor. I'm a big brother, and I always tell them that you could be anything that you want to be. I never thought that I would be 25 years old and being the youngest commissioner in a town, um, or receiving a presidential lifetime achievement award, or receiving different awards, from the city of New Haven and different organizations. Um, like I said, just by leading by example, being visible, being positive, being there.
What
Um,
about other young people your age? Do you know other young people your age that are doing good things but are not getting a lot of attention?
there's a few that is out there doing the work. They don't receive the recognition that I do. But I believe it's God's favor that I'm receiving, um, these recognitions. I've received many prophecies from my pastors, Bishop Randall Furlow, and other leaders at my church that I'm gonna be the one that sets the tone. I'm gonna one day reach Washington D.C. and that my name is gonna go farther than a lot of people my age.
Do you aspire to go to Washington? Is that your end goal here? And what do you
Yes.
hope to do in Washington?
I would like to present a lot of the programs that I've done in New Haven and Hampton to Washington D.C. to the president and to his staff.
Now, do you want to do that as Commissioner Daniel Hunt, or do you want to do that as a state representative, state senator? What is it when you go to Washington? You want to go to Washington as what?
So my end goal is to be a state senator one day. Um, after my term is up as commissioner, I would like to be councilman in Hamden. But yeah, I would like to be the senator one day and then go up to DC.
Now, when you say you want to be councilman, when does your commission end?
So my term ends in March 2024.
In March of 2024. And the mayor at that time, can that current mayor can allow you to continue on as a commissioner, or it's politics. It's up to whoever's in office as to whether you.
Whoever's in charge.
Now, do you have plans to campaign, go out on the road, so to speak? Are you tying yourself in with any candidate right now who's running for office?
So Councilman Justin Farmer is in my neighborhood. He will be the one I will be running against if he decides to run again.
And when do you plan to run in 2024?
Yes.
Okay, well then, if you're running in 2024, you got to start now. You have to start fundraising and all the rest of that stuff. Do you have all those things lined up, or are these just the beginning steps for you?
This is just the beginning steps.
Okay. And
Now
when
I'm
you go,
still planning things out.
and you're still planning things out. And when you get to Washington, give me an example of two programs that you would like to take to Washington and have implemented. And I'm assuming when you talk about these programs, you would like them to be implemented nationwide. Am I correct?
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
give me two programs that you think would benefit children nationwide.
So one of them will be the community walk program that I've created in New Haven, and then I had expanded it into Hamden. So the community walk program is a initiative, citywide initiative that I created with New Haven Police Department. Every month we was going to different neighborhoods and with the police department, street outreach workers, New Haven public school staff, youth services, the mayor's office, and we will go to every neighborhood and talk about crime, different initiatives, different things that the community wanted to see.
Okay.
And then we expanded that into Hamden, and that was Hamden's first time ever doing it. So that will be one of the initiatives that I will bring to Washington, D.C. The other one will be a mentoring program that I help create at ESOMS, which was called I Am Mentoring Program at ESOMS. And we every month on a Friday we would have the 10th, 11th, and 12th grade students mentor the most at risk 8th and 7th grade students. And we will help them with behavior, homework, self esteem issues, um, be like that big brother, little brother. Um, that's what I'm trying to say. Like big brother, little brother. And,
Okay.
um, we will have them have lunch together and, just do different things. So that was very successful that we have done. At the end of, towards the end of the program and towards the end of the school year, our students that was having trouble in school with their grades, they started, grades started increasing to, with some of them had C's and D's, then they started having C's and B's, then some of them had A's in some of the
Mhm.
classes. So
So
there
the
was a lot of
programs are
improvement.
working.
Yes. And some of their behavior started changing. So we will always get reports from the teachers. Hey, Mr. Hunt, this student is doing much better. I've seen a big improvement. And so we will take that and then we will let the parents know or we will email the parents. So it was myself, Mr. Tavon Moore, Mr. Scott Bosley, and the assistant principal, Mr. Mark Sweeten.
Right now there's a big outcry over test scores, reading scores, and I think that the reading score level is down, way down in Hamden. I mean, not Hamden, in New Haven. There's been the ministers have stepped forward, demanding better tools, better educational tools. Uh, how can your program assist in that, in raising up these scores? How can your program help with that?
So we will have to focus on reading, focusing on more homework help and trying to create some initiatives that can help them build the reading and their test scores. So that will be tutoring, probably trying to have a tutoring every week or every other week. I know New Haven Reads is a good program that
New
help
Haven
with
Reads is a good
the
program.
Mhm. Is a good program that helps students with reading and they focus on phonics and literacy. That was one of the programs that I was in when I was in middle school, and that also my brother and sister were in that program. And I know from what I saw and what my mom has saw, and when my grandmother when she was alive, we saw their reading scores and their grades increase and improve as long with mine because that was a big help.
Okay, so in a very short period of time, Commissioner, and now the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award. What's next for you? And wait a minute, not only the Lifetime Achievement Award, but plans to go into politics. So, what's next for you over, say, the next year and a half while you um, contemplate, this push to go to Washington?
So over the last few weeks, I have been planning and thinking about having my own nonprofit organization geared towards working with youth. You're the
Okay.
first person that's hearing this, so this is exclusive news.
Okay. Well, I'm very excited for you. Okay. And this nonprofit is going to do what?
It's going to help, work with at-risk youth and help with kids that are not at risk. It's going to help them with homework. Um, you know, create initiatives that's going to gear towards helping youth stay out of trouble, and it's going to have an year-round employment program.
And what are you going to call this nonprofit?
I haven't decided
You
yet.
haven't decided yet. It sounds
So,
good.
like I said, I'm still in the beginning planning stages. I know the staff that I want to hire, um, and I've been in talks with a few people that I want to hire for this nonprofit organization, and they're all in for it.
Well, you're doing good things, Daniel. We certainly here at Real Talk could wish you continued success. Is there anything I haven't asked you that you want to let people know about?
Um, there will be some more things that's going to be happening at the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award, a gala. So I know there's going to be a lot of big names here, some public speakers, some music artists that's going to be there.
Are
And
you speaking?
yes, I will be speaking.
Okay, make sure you give a shout out to James Walker, Real Talk, Real People, for putting your name out there. Okay, we would certainly appreciate it. But meanwhile, Daniel, it was nice to have you on the show. It's good to see young Black people, particularly young Black men, doing something again. We're in the news for all the wrong reasons, and we're not in the news for all the right reasons. So we certainly appreciate your efforts on behalf of kids, and congratulations! It's a big award, and I'm really very proud of you, and I'm very happy that you decided to come on Real Talk to share this news. So good luck to you, and we'll talk to you again.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate the honor.
You've been listening to Real Talk, Real People. If you would like to be on the show, if you have an idea for the show, give us a call at 203-605-1859 or drop us an email at realtalkrealpeoplect@gmail.com. You folks have a good week, and we'll talk again next week.